Are you filming us, yeah?
Say hello, Al. So Luna.
I don't think so. No, I don't think so. This one has changed since the last time I phoned. It was...
Daddy, Daddy.
Don't squirt me.
Look, Dad, I'm gonna shoot this. Dad, Daddy, look.
Mm-hmm.
Look.
You can't take me alone.
Got it.
Hey, Rick. Stop grilling me and I'll go.
You guys are good.
Man, with the camera too.
Let me walk out.
Bro, I swear you damn.
Dad, Daddy, can I take time on me? What? Let me aim for something. Right, I'm gonna try and hit the wall. No, my gun. I'm gonna go because
Sorry, kids.
the ladder's here. Dad, it's off. I just need a refill, Dad. Take home Max. I need a refill.
I never told you that, but I have. No, don't. Hello.
Daddy! Did you want some like that? Daddy, you want to take me? Who's next? Jackson.
Oh, well, actually, on second thought, if you shoot me, I'll shoot you back. Just shoot me back. Ah! Jeez, that was my No, don't.
I'm gonna get
Hey,
it
just get it
out.
out.
I'm gonna defend you guys. I know you must get me.
Can we get
No, you must.
No! Come on, what's up?
Aha! Got the perfect. Oh, he's in the perfect position.
I need a refill, you guys.
Can't get me to the lead.
You can't get me. Can't get me. You haven't shot me. These beats.
Ow! Oh, shoot! Come guys, have a draw. Yeah. Come, let's have a draw, come.
Huh?
Can I stand back to it?
Oh, come on.
No. Turn around. No, you take 10 steps.
Stop it!
1,
What do you expect?
2,
One, go.
3,
1, 9.
4, 6, 7, 10.
What a brilliant draw that
No,
was.
go, let's do it.
No, let's do it properly, man.
Yeah.
No, you're not allowed to.
Sure, I'll shoot you.
No, sure.
2,
If you shoot,
I don't want to see your dinosaur, Joss. I want to see your room.
No. Don't you want to quickly wash those mop dishes for me?
No. I think you should do that. What you making?
I'm not making anything. Why should I? You don't want to help me. Why should I help you? Why should I cook for you? You're not interested in me.
Say goodbye to your kitchen on the camera.
Oy vey. I'm going to miss nothing here. I'm taking my nice pots with me. My beautiful pots that I won. I'm taking all my nice stuff with me, so what am I going to miss here? Nothing. Quite happy to go. Certain things I'll miss. Hello, Max. Hello, little Max. Say hello to the camera, Max. Hello, boy, you sweet boy. Are you a sweet boy? Are you a sweet boy? Oh. Yes. You're a sweet boy. Yeah, Max is a sweet boy. He's a sweet boy. Max is a sweet boy. You want some cheese? Where's the cheese?
She said, Lord, is like vicious.
Where's the cheese?
We can bring it out if we want.
Yeah.
What's this one price stuff,
See, we haven't had breakfast. We have something to eat.
Good. Imagine they've had breakfast.
I like breakfast anyway.
I said, Mom said we'll have breakfast at the bar. I said, what nonsense? We're not eating breakfast.
You know, we actually went to people a few months ago for breakfast.
Do you want something cold rather than tea or coffee? Coke, Diet Coke?
Please, I don't know.
How's your what's your friend?
They're working. I don't want to move things that day because
I'm just a date.
Date, yeah.
how old are you now, Sheila?
6.
I thought she was
Come
old.
food cakes.
Also thin, man. Don't you eat?
You know what you're drinking?
Also thin.
To me, if he's not going to be here for the whole July holidays, he's going to make the best of it. He's going to spend every weekend with his friends. I said, go for it. That's why you have to go before. Yeah, love it again.
Who else is sitting there?
I was having
Oh,
a
yeah,
blanket.
Would you? Thank you.
Did you have a gorilla?
Mr. Jim, kom sit hierdie kant.
No, not last one.
They sent them to South Africa, so to encourage them to come to Adelaide, because they're trying to like build up a Jewish community there.
They did build up a Jewish community.
But it shows you, like you say, that
And
it's
so I think
not
also getting
for
rid
what
of
you go into the cities.
taking what you need.
I just want to get
You
something.
break the camera there. Don't go there. Which way?
Did you hear yesterday? A son-in-law shot his mother-in-law, then he went and handed himself over to the police. Everyone was very excited about this.
And the other way,
Reported into the
Oh, yes, his mother. I mean, his wife.
no, if you want to eat,
Waiting on the phone. It's meringues cream. Yeah.
I never,
Mark, do you want me to get your glasses for you? Yeah, I'll get for you.
just like this. I love meringues, but I think that you take a piece of it.
70, 71.
Yes, Harvey's.
Hammy Brody.
No, that I know.
She's
No,
Hammy
Hammy
Brody. And then Hammy Brody must be about 67, 68.
Yeah. And what you got? Getting divorced. Looking.
Again.
Well, why again?
But didn't they split before?
No, they split, but now
Yeah,
they...
now it's getting divorced.
Yeah, so what?
But it But wasn't. isn't she in Cape Town?
Yeah, but she's here. She's down there.
That wasn't in the Sunday
She's
Times.
an estate agency.
Shame. That's really sad.
Well,
As
yeah,
long
but yes, look.
Is it? Dan maar as jy kop vir helfte.
Have you seen my nest stick? There.
And that was a lot of money there.
Look, so the lift is 19,000. The air tickets for the four of us is at least 30,000. So that's 50,000.
What are you taking pictures of? These roses. Take some here, Joss. Hello. Lordy. No. Right. I want to do something. Where's the rose? Hello. Isn't that heavy? No. Come, Stace, come. I'm going to take you down.
Okay. That's enough.
Just this last 2 roses.
How are you feeling? I'm feeling fine.
The camera's on me. On us.
No, don't walk away, Bill. You're not supposed to do that.
Oh, did you notice?
What's this?
Why doesn't everybody look this way?
Hi, everybody.
Woody, Celicia,
Yes. Hello.
and Shira, and hi, Marianne. Everybody's. Bill, everybody's here for your birthday, and Ma.
Ma?
Oh, yes.
Hello.
Cecil,
What?
birthday?
Whose birthday is it?
29. For the 17th time.
And Alex sitting watching glued to the tennis. What's the score, Alex? And who's that walking in the background there?
No, I'm short.
Just something on the wall there.
I don't know.
What's missing?
Well, when they painted, we have rearranged. That mirror used to be over there. And I'm with my bed.
Yeah, picture.
No, I'll put it in my bed. You can give it to me.
I'm putting it in your
And in fact, I still go around the corner here to check the mirror. It's not big enough.
You know, I can't think of so many things I wanted to ask. Now, I bet Shira.
Sure. Ruka, run the one first.
Hey! It's out! It's out! Not out! Get out! My hands! No, don't pick it up, don't pick it up. So what do you think? We play the rule that you can't. Are we playing with the rule that you can't pass back? Except for. What are you doing? Go! Then you can turn and then you come and score, isn't it? You can't pass to your goal, yeah? No, you can. But you can't pick it up. Yeah, I know. No, you pass it to me. Just touch it. Just touch it. Just touch it. So close, eh? He's allowed to No. Ryan. Yeah. Ah, sorry.
So badly, very badly. You guys don't mean very badly, really, very badly.
Chris Dirks had a very good
He
game.
had a good day.
But we were lucky in that game that we actually had two fullbacks.
That's right, yes.
Not amazing.
No, please don't start with this camera. Let's see, Joss.
Bees, what do you call them? No, they've got a special name.
Did you take my flowers?
Lost. I had No, those pink ones. No, they're not Aram.
Why will it be one of the last get together?
Well, you go into Israel.
Are you talking about
us? Yeah, in this house. Yeah. Because you go because Monica Sellers got stabbed, you know, at one of these games. Do you see any?
It was in Germany. German champion, I think she won, I think they played the Italians since, and she won the French yesterday.
And she'll win Wimbledon.
She should win Wimbledon.
Very interesting thing I read during the week in the paper about world tennis. Hi Woody, is it working well? My son carrying. See, I washed my hair this morning, it's all fluffy. I put my shoe down.
The latest.
I spoke to
Giraffe, I've got a present for you.
Frida, can I give you some
Open your hands. Close your eyes.
of some asparagus?
Open your hands. Close your eyes.
Oi, mate, every time a photo's taken of me, I'm busy eating. Okay. No, always.
Hello, Mom.
I can remember when my teeth were like this.
Okay. Show us how the kids.
Shira's teeth both fell out yesterday and today.
He puts it in his mouth. See whether he's got all his teeth or something.
I really don't.
Put on Ellie. Put on Ellie. You don't have to worry now, it's on Ellie.
I see, I give a big smile with my teeth showing and all fast.
So he said, we've done a letter, we're very sorry for the mess up, we've written you a letter. I said, well, can I please have a fax of that letter? Fax me the letter and the letter around the mail that we all know about it.
I finished eating that.
And there's something from the old mutual, I think. I'll give it. So I gave you all your other stuff.
Yeah, I'll put it down. Sure. Oh, can I ask the door?
Should we go and meet him? Or just let
Camera?
Can I say hello to my children?
Yeah.
When am I going to see them?
Maybe tomorrow night. Maybe not.
Yeah, there's a nice ward here that I'm sure Molly won't mind if you bring the children here.
No,
not at all. Don't
Say hello to Molly there.
leave me out of it. I'm very unhappy.
Yeah, they've got to see my roommate.
Not a bit photogenic.
Are you enjoying your supper?
Thank you. I cooked a nice supper, but I didn't put enough salt on the potatoes.
Let's have one.
Thank you.
Tommy.
Otherwise, we can, you know what, I've got a stand also.
Say hello, Marianne.
Hello, Marianne.
Preparations for Lund's South African bar mitzvah party.
And who's helping you with the Israeli one? I don't know what. If you send me a ticket, I'll help you with pleasure. I love it. Should we send you a ticket?
How come you like it?
Okay.
celebration of Walt Disney's marvelous movie, Aladdin, the Mike's Kitchen is offering $19.95. And Abu's Sizzling Skewers at $12.95. What's more, present your Mike's Magic Wish voucher obtainable.
Girls.
Yeah. On a turn.
I was going to, but
What is that?
can I give you some soup?
Come on, boys, you want soup?
Isn't it wonderful?
What?
The Nicole's on our
The Nicole right. Even the diet one. Oh, I'm excited.
Me too. I think
Was it not? When is it down the French? Here you go.
Believe me, the one that I had in America is so much different. It's totally different.
Salon?
sweet, eh? Daddy, was this yours on the tree?
Yeah. You can throw it away. Oh. Marianne, I can't see you.
Hi. Hello. This is my husband. What is he doing on top of my head, Cecil?
He's making like Donald. No, he's making like Bugs Bunny.
Like Bugs Bunny.
Where's Max?
I know where the dog is. What's next? Gary is
Very, very hot.
Come on, you're on camera, Woody.
What do you want me to say?
Eh?
What do you want me to say?
Talk about today.
Beautiful day, sky shining, sun is out.
Sky shining.
There's no wind, it's hot as hell. The sun, freezing cold in the shade. It's a lovely day.
But you're already eating salad, so you
Marianne?
have your chicken. Don't you slip this. Eula! Take this back with you, she mustn't.
Nobody had any?
How many cars are there here today?
Right. Somebody said to me I must have a dustbin here. And I forgot about it. Let's get a dustbin.
Get a double decker, Stacey.
Husband, why the video camera? I want to make it good.
What's your size all the way? It's burger! Burger! Yeah, burger. It's everywhere!
There's a gang!
Okay, Rose, you'll come home.
It's so far long. Can I get it to you?
For God's sake! No.
Let's not get it. Chasing us.
Daniel, I'm behind you, eh? Daniel! Burger, yeah, burger. Yeah, Jason!
Bicycle.
You boys are too short. Shut up. Come. Don't be. Get. Just be on a Neil, don't even try. Judy behind you. No! Incoming! Just go, Gina. You and me, okay? Daniel! No, you can't. Daniel!
done.
It's like a hot potato.
Yeah, don't throw it too hard. You're throwing it too hard. You must stand further back.
I mean too hot. You mean too high.
Yeah, and too high. That's fine. Stand. Now you can throw it high if you like. That's good. You nearly missed it.
I did.
Good throw. And you come closer when I throw to you. Throw from there. Yeah, just go back a bit and throw that. Throw from there. Yeah. Go further back.
Can I do something?
Yeah, but not from the front. Oh, that was a bad catch.
See, I've seen like that, but this big. Harold and his father's farm got like this pond. It's like awfully algae. They cleaned it out and they put fresh water in. Somehow they found those kind of fish, but big ones, like massive things. You know that clean water.
The most beautiful one.
Yeah. Have you been to Harold's farm? No.
And there's one.
We found fish in it.
Where?
On the farm, you know by that big fountain. When you come in.
The fish. The fish. And what looks like a catfish?
It is. It is a catfish.
Yeah. Is it?
Yeah.
How come they call fish?
You get a stonefish?
Yeah,
you get a porcupine fish?
You get a land. You get a devilfish.
Have you seen a porcupine fish?
Yeah.
They blow.
They devilfish.
It's called a blast hoppy. Catch them at the harbour.
Called a blast hoppy.
Yeah.
What's a devilfish? What's a
I
devilfish?
don't know.
Starfish?
Are they dangerous? What?
Can they bite?
Look, never heard of it.
Not only if I put my hand in it like that.
Devilfish.
לאדם, בתקריות בין שחורים כמחציתם ביממה האחרונה. בשעות אלו מתנהל באזור יוהנסבורג מצוד אחר נוסעי מיניבוס אשר ירו בלילה שעבר בלא הבחנה והרגו לאורך נתיב נסיעתם בין 6 הקילומטרים לפחות 18 בני אדם. בהרוגים נוסעי מכוניות שחלפו על פני המיניבוס והולכי רגל. מעשה ההרג בוצע בכביש נסיעה ראשי המוליך אל עיירות שחורים ליד יוהנסבורג ועורר בהם תסיסה רבה. כוחות משטרה מתוגברים הוזעקו להבטיח בהן את השקט. במקביל עורכת המשטרה חיפוש מבית אל בית באזור שאליו כנראה נמלט המיניבוס.
החמרת המצב בדרום אפריקה והחשש מפני הבאות מביאים יהודים רבים לשקול בדעתם הגירה. מעריכים כי השנה יעזבו את דרום אפריקה כ-3,500 יהודים, אבל רק כ-600 יעלו ככל הנראה לישראל. כתבתנו יולי אופק נפגשה היום עם עולים מדרום אפריקה במרכז הקליטה ברעננה.
מריאן וזאב דוידוב עלו לישראל לפני כחודשיים. הוא רואה חשבון, היא רפלקסולוגית. מתגעגעים למרחבים שהיו להם שם, לווילה ולגן ששטחו 1.5 דונם, אך יודעים שמקומם כאן.
We've been planning for a long time to make a move out of South Africa. And we actually were on the verge of going to America, but for the sake of our children, we thought that it would be much better to, even though it might be more difficult for us in Israel, we'd rather bring our children up in Israel from a Jewish point of view than in America or Australia or in New Zealand or somewhere else like that.
We came with no money, but we decided that we'd rather come here as refugees and take the opportunity of the Merkaz Klita and try and integrate into the country, and even if it's difficult for us, we still think it's worthwhile.
עכשיו לומדים עברית. שפה קשה בשבילם. שם, בדרום אפריקה, קהילה יהודית חזקה. 4 תנועות נוער ציוניות, אבל לא חולמים על ציון. הפרידה מחיי הנוחות קשה. יש הגבלות על הוצאת מטבע, והמעטים שיוצאים מעדיפים ארצות אחרות.
הבעיה העיקרית פה זה הבעיה של שפה. גם כן צורת החיים בניו זילנד ואוסטרליה מאוד דומה לדרום אפריקה. אבל כמה שכן עוזבים או מהגרים לאוסטרליה או ניו זילנד לא ידוע לנו.
כ-17,000 נפש מונה הקהילה הדרום-אפריקנית בישראל. סידני שפירו אומר, ליהודי דרום אפריקה אין מה לחשוש מעלייה. הם בעלי מקצועות חופשיים, בעלי יוזמה, חרוצים ונקלטים יחסית מהר. אין סיבה שישארו שם. ליוני הקטן יש השגות.
What do you like in Israel?
Fashion.
Why?
בתוכנית לימודים חדשה בנושא השלום בבתי הספר
I went to the other day.
Yeah? Robin told me that.
What did you say?
Jurassic Park.
My friend has it on video. Just watch. He just watched it.
They don't have a TV at home.
No?
Thank you.
Jackie, you're on the wrong side.
אליהו בן דוד ישב במקום כהן, ברוך שנתן תורה למשה בקדושתו. ואתם עלי קיבלתם לכם, חיים כולכם היום.
Marasher Adonai Mavarah Adonai Mavarah Lalam Vahed Birkat Adonai Elohim Melech Olam Asher B'Chaparnu Mikol Ha'amim V'Noten Lanu Et Torato Birkat Adonai Noten HaTorah Amen.
שופטים ושודרים, תיתן לך בכל שעריך, אשר אדוני אלוהיך נותן. תן לך לשבתך, ושפטו את העם משפט צדק, לא תוצא משפט, לא תכיר פנים, ולא תיקח שוחד, כי השוחד יעבר נגד חכמים, ויסלף דברי צדיקים. צדק צדק תרדוף, למען תחיה וירשת את הארץ, אשר אדוני אלוהיך נותן לך.
ברכת אדוני אלוהינו מלך העולם, אשר נותן לנו תורת אמת, וחיי עולם נוטה בדרכנו, ברכת אדוני נותן התורה.
יעמוד זאב בן שרגא עקיבא השני.
נתנן את תורתו, ברכת אדוני נותן התורה.
לא תזבח אדוני אלוהיך שור ועשה. לא תיטול לך אשר הגודל את המזבח אדוני אלוהיך אשר תעשה לך. לא תקים לך מצבה אשר שונא אדוני אלוהיך. לא תזבח אדוני אלוהיך שור ועשה. אשר יהיה בו כל דבר רע, כי תאהבת אדוני אלוהיך הוא. כי מצא בקרבך באחד שעריך אשר אדוני אלוהיך נותן לך. איש או אישה אשר יעשה את הרע בעיני אדוני אלוהיך לעבור בריתו. וילך ויעבוד אלוהים אחרים וישתחו להם, לשמש או לירח או לחוזק או השמיים אשר לא ציוויתי מוגד לך ושמעת ורשת את זה והנה ימי נכון הדבר נעשה את האיבה הזאת בישראל והוצאת את האיש ההוא את האישה ההיא עשו את הדבר הזה אל שעריך את האיש או את האישה אותם בבנים ומתו או פי שניים עדים או שלושה עדים יומת המת לא יומת או פי עד אחד יד העדים תהיה בו ראשונה לך מיתו יד כל העם באחרונה יד הרם מקרבך כי יפלם ממך דבר למשפט נדם לדם בין דין לדין ובינך על הנגע כברי ריבות בשעריך וקמת ועלית אל המקום אשר יבחר אדוני אלוהיך בו ובאת הכהנים הנביאים והשופט אשר יהיה בימים ההם ותרשתה ויגידו לך את דבר המשפט ועשית על פי הדבר שהגידו לך מן המקום ההוא אשר יבחר אדוני ושמעת לעשות ככל אשר יורוך
חתרנו אלוהינו מהחלום אשר נתננו יצירת אמת וחיה לנו צרצוכנו ברוך אתה אדוני נותן הצורה
יעמוד בחור במצווה אלון לוי בן יצחק אליעזר שלישי
שבחבנו מכל עמים ונתננו את תורתו ברוך אתה אדוני נותן התורה על פי התורה אשר יורוך ועל המשפט אשר אמרו לך תעשה ותעשו מן הדבר שיגידו לך ימין או שמאל והאיש אשר יעשה בזדון לבלתי שבר לכהן העומד אשר יצם את אדוני אלוהיך או אל השופט ומת האיש ההוא וביאת העם ישראל וכל העם ישמעו ויראו ולא יזידון ברוך אתה אדוני אלוהינו מלך העולם אשר נתן לנו תורת אמת וחיי לנו אתה בתוכנו ברוך אתה אדוני נותן התורה
מצווה אלון לוי בן יצחק אליעזר שמלאו לו 13 שנה והגיע למצוות ועלה לתורה לתת שבח והודיה להשם יתברך על כל הטובה שגמל איתו ישמרהו הקדוש ברוך הוא ויחייהו ויכונן את ליבו להיות שלם עם אדוני וללכת בדרכיו ולשמור מצוותיו כל הימים ונאמר אמן. ברוך שפטר
מענשו של הזה.
סימן טוב,
מזל טוב, מזל טוב, סימן טוב, סימן טוב, מזל טוב, מזל טוב, סימן טוב, סימן טוב, מזל טוב, מזל טוב, סימן טוב.
Messages to alert.
I need to make an announcement.
Hi, I'm sorry.
A short slide for you can all time me. If it gets too long, perhaps you just throw it Okay. The parsha that Aloni read so well this morning, Shoftim v'Shotrim, is not only a very well known parsha. We have here an official Gabba Mendi who knows that Shoftim v'Shotrim, almost everybody has at some time learned to learn Shoftim v'Shotrim. It's a very common parsha that people learn to learn. But more than that, the content of Shoftim v'Shotrim, of the parsha of the judges, is found right throughout the Gemara. It's quoted many, many times in all types of Masechtot. It's a very common thing that we learn in the Gemara is the parsha of the judges and the police, Shoftim v'Shotrim. So the parsha starts, Shoftim v'Shotrim titen lecha b'chor sha'arecha, asher Hashem Elokecha noten lecha lishmatecha, v'shavtu et ha'am mishpat tzedek. That you have to appoint judges and Shotrim, do the Shotrim, The Shotrim are the people, in the words of Rashi, that are there, the chapot, to force the judgment of the judges. Like in our time, right, the police aren't people to come and to necessarily, as we see it, be the ones to go and to get evidence from people. That's not necessarily the job of the police, although detectives do that in our time. But more than that, their job is, if the judge says someone's guilty, that someone's got to pay X amount of money, a knas, who has to pay chomesh, so the shotrim have to go out and they have to be the ones to force the people to do what the judges. The whole concept of a shofet, first of all, a shofet has to be a man who has, in the words of the Baal HaTurim, who has learned. It doesn't say she'lamad Torat Hashem, she'machzik Torat Hashem. That is whole. Today also is an important day because today Ke'ilu completes a cycle in the life of the Davidoff family. They finished their cycle of building the family in South Africa, and they continue their cycle of building the family in Eretz Israel. And when we look back at the period of building the family in South Africa, it was not an easy period, as we all know. And I think that no one here can really be at Aloni's Bar Mitzvah and join in the celebrations without saying two things. The first thing is that we were all zoicher to remember Aloni's late father Isaac. I think almost everyone here remembers him with love and devotion, and what a very special person he was, and how committed he was. He was the type of person, again, he was warm-hearted. Today is a special day because today we have a lot of other people here. And we have some real guests from down south, south of the equator. And I cannot go without mentioning, first of all, Yetta and Alex that came from South Africa just for this Bar Mitzvah. That we haven't seen them since Rafi's Bar Mitzvah, Nadia hasn't seen them, and Hillary even longer than that. And it's very, very important, I think, to have you with us at the Simcha, and we hope to have you with us at many Simchas in the future. And also a very, very special welcome.
Here's the instructions regarding the election of a king. It says the following. When you have come into the land which the Lord your God has given you, and shall possess it, and shall dwell therein, and shall say, I will set a king over me, like as all other nations that are about me. You shall surely set over your king, whom the Lord your God shall choose. A strange order has puzzled commentators. Ramban wanted how the Torah could relate to mitzvahs to the practice of the surrounding nations, who were not a fit example for Israel to follow or emulate. If it is a straightforward mitzvah of the Torah commanded by Hashem for us to observe in the land of Israel, then the verse should have simply run as follows. When you have come into the land which the Lord your God has given you, you shall surely dwell therein and possess it, and shall surely set a king over you. Why then live in Israel planet when they ask Shmuel for a king? Part of the answer is that while Shmuel was alive, he guided the nation. They should have only asked for a king after his death. The difficulty still lies in the phrase, like as other nations. According to Rabbi Eliezer ben Yossi, their guilt lay in the formulation of the request. The people behaved unworthily and did not request a king in response to the divine commandment, but out of desire to emulate the practice of the surrounding nations. Yet it seems that the people carried out the request exactly as recorded in the Torah. Although Avanel explains the difficulty in his commentary. The Torah wishes to relate how Bnei Israel would display their gratitude for the divine help they had received in their conquest and settlement of the land. For asking for a king, they would not make such a request, but by asking for a king, they would, because they needed a king, but simply to aid the practice of the surrounding nations. In fact, during the period of conquest and settling down, when it could be argued that a king was necessary to lead the people to battle and to institute order, they would not make such a request. After they had settled down an ordered existence, and a king was obviously not necessary, they would ask for one for only one reason, like all the other nations that are about me. In such an event, Hashem commanded that they should not elect a king as they wanted, but you shall surely set over you a king, the king whom the Lord your God shall choose. The mitzvah is merely a permissive one, not an absolute command. If you must have a king, then this is how you must go about it. The desire to have a king constitutes no mitzvah in itself. The proceeds rather from unworthy motives. However, once the people have given expression to this desire, unworthy as it is, can be implemented, and indeed must only be implemented in the manner prescribed in the Torah and no other. My family and I fell like the Israelites of nearly 3,000 years ago when they came into Eretz Israel. We have only been here a few weeks, but already feel that this is home. I am sorry that Rosalia, Joe, Zayda, Sam, and Boba Shalamas could not be at my bar mitzvah, as well as Granny B and all my other aunts, uncles and aunts in South Africa and America, who could not make it. My parents and I also want to say a special thanks to my very special aunts and uncles here who have made such a wonderful effort to help in this center. Last but not least, I want to thank Boba Yeta, Alex, Auntie Shed, and Auntie Bapsi for coming from so far to be at my bar mitzvah. Please enjoy yourselves.
Picture was already taken.
How do you pause it again?
Press the red button.
Take a picture of Mom. She's talking to you.
You should actually organize it when somebody pulls a string. Okay? Somebody drops out. They pull the string. Doesn't fly too well at an angle, huh?
No, it was great.
If you tilt the string at the top.
Like that, you
Yeah. Not designed for maneuvering curves.
For high speed.
Quite amazing.
I don't know actually the best. Like to pack it, I don't know.
Pack it in that, Mom, maybe you should pack it in that bubble stuff. It'll be carried very quickly by
Well,
hand.
you know, or like in a suitcase, like on top of clothes and clothes on top. And that's,
Pack it in
I
the
mean, it's
bubble
quite sturdy. Just like put t-shirts around it.
Where's the key kept for the store, do you know? One of the
Should
car
be kept in the key.
It's not one of the car keys. She keeps it somewhere around the side.
So there's some meat out there for me. No, it's in the fridge. Not that stuff.
It's quite amazing that you don't have to put him in quarantine. Really. We've got friends that took their cats to Australia and they had to go through this whole quarantine.
Have you seen that Toyota Hilux ad? First they had those pigs when they go. And they've got
Don't
one for
swing in and
birds
out.
as well.
No, no, I couldn't find
Makes
it.
the person seasick. Mary, mind your head.
Well, how'd you put that seat back?
Why did it go? Let's go back. Nice, don't touch the back. Just as far as you go.
Nearly time for takeoff, and we run away.
Take off! Well, what time does it take off?
This is our arrival at the Nana Mekaz Kita. This is only half the stuff, the other half is already gone. We have now been in the Mekaz for nearly 3 hours.
Speak up.
We are finito.
Finito what?
La comedia.
What are we finished?
Max is also finished. He's lying on my foot in this heat. I've got Max lying on my foot under the table.
When are we finished?
When are we delicious?
In pencil.
Pencil!
Mom?
This is the view of our main bedroom.
Lounge.
It's also the lounge. It's the dining room. And at the moment we're trying somehow to unpack everything that we schlepped all the way from the airport in 2 taxis, all the way from the entrance to the Mekaz, up 2 flights of stairs. Shira's playing with her dollies that she's just unpacked. Khani came to help us unpack everything, and we're so grateful. Everybody's so tired. View of our kitchen. This is our little gas stove that the Mekaz have kindly given us. We have a fridge. We've got 6 of everything. 6 knives, forks, spoons, plates. As you'll notice, I've already rigged up a fan. As one of the first things I did when we came into the Mekaz, I got stuck into putting some plugs on and putting our fans on because it's unbearably hot. It reminds me very much of Lorenzo Marx or Durban in the midsummer. It's very humid, but there is a slight breeze blowing. This is one of the kids' bedrooms. I think this is where Rafi and Jossie are going to be sleeping. The view of the toilet. You have to have the door closed in order to stand up and sit down. This is the bathroom. We have a very small shower. You can notice that the shower doesn't have a border or anything around it, but we've kindly been provided with a squeegee so that we can mop up the water once you've had a shower. Joss, say a few words what you think of Israel.
Israel.
Let's have a look at that face. Are you tired, boy? You have a rough ride on the airplane. Marian's still in the same position as she was just now. We can use there's a new expression for it, it's called an Israeli paperweight.
I'm not in the same position, my legs have moved up. They're now reclining on the chair.
Alon, what do you think of your first?
Huh? I got here.
You don't need to shower.
Sorry.
Bought himself a Walkman at the duty free at John Smith's.
It's a nice one too.
Hi.
This is Woody feeling old.
Well, we schlepped 40 parcels. How long did it take us?
About an hour and a half.
About an hour and a half. And we are finished.
Kaput.
But it's wonderful, it's wonderful to be in Israel. Thank you.
Just like, it was so nice. It was wonderful.
Freaked.
Which thing?
Children!
Even
They kept on saying, yeah, Khani kept on saying,
They can't come to none of us. We'll go early in the morning to Renana and then we'll meet you. It's like a perfect idea. So 3 of them slept off at 6.
Big deal, that's not lunch.
It's a lunch box.
Let's see, let's hear something.
Yeah.
No, yes, Joyce. Hi. How you doing?
Already we should be taking pictures of you. You're the ones. You're the celebrities, not us. We're the old.
No, she's playing Barbie with Shira.
Ayele. Stop taking pictures.
What? Were you back?
Wait, Sarah.
We're in Jerusalem, and Marianne is trying to buy Shira a pair of sandals. That's Frida and David and Tippy
I just have a bag in Hebrew.
and Rami and
Hi,
Shauna.
people. I don't like to be in videos.
Jerusalem.
ואז ביקשתי אליו לבית, אני אראה לו את הליקויים שלי, שאני ויתרתי, שאני יכול לקבל את העובדים שאני רוצה, ו100 העובדים, 140 עובדים, אני אגיד לו
כל איזה דרך...
Are we going in here?
Going in here.
Are all the kids in?
Everybody's inside. I'm not
Mary wants to get freaked now. We're going to check it with us. Oh.
I'm coming back with you.
I want let's shop night. I can eat fruit, you know. No, great. So buy one.
Mariam, I'm coming back here.
What are you doing to me?
Becky, I'm coming back here. After we're done
Lunch, walk in, do my shopping, and go back. We're going to look for soda. You sure they're up ahead?
I saw them. I saw them schlepping things on their back. We're having a slight recess.
Just wash them off. Wash them well.
This is the Klal Center in Jerusalem.
Hello, anybody? Woody.
Hello everybody!
Just generally walking around in Jerusalem. We're going to find a park now so we can have our lunch.
It looks like a dolphin.
Made it nice. I'm gonna send this to Granny.
Yeah.
Heck, it's stitching, Mom.
Hi, Gran.
Give me one. Hey, you, hi,
Yeah. The one who likes books.
We're still walking.
Walking and walking and walking and walking and walking doesn't stop.
What does it mean, Marianne?
Turn it up your own place already. What does it mean? What does it mean? Radio Rocky. Yeah.
We've arrived at the park. And we're about to sit down and have lunch. This is Kenya Huda Street. Going down.
And then they turned most of it into residential water.
What did it used to be?
They used to have, these would be as people cars. The man showing were talking about doing the same thing. On that road.
Went into a little shop. We're buying the disposable plates for those from the
serving packets. What are you going to go? You're going to go with
45 שקל.
כמה you need? 100 מהגדולים.
אז זה יוצא פחות, זה 30 שקל. 100 מהקטנים זה 25.
Not that big table, much more. Like regular dining table.
Okay, so if I take that 4 of these.
יש לך את זה אם את רוצה. סליחה? לא, זה מניילון.
Okay, tell us where we are, Joss.
We're in the souk. And right now, Mommy is buying biscuits for Alon's bar mitzvah.
And no, isn't she buying for Shelley?
Yeah.
Not buying for the bar mitzvah. Say hello to Bob.
Hi, Bob. Hi, Jake. Hi, Amy. Hello, everyone. It's driving you crazy.
We got a name on them.
Okay, I see the Shabbat one. Beitar Yerushalayim.
Interesting thing.
לא באתי. אני כתבתי מלפלפון, גם את כתבת מלפלפון.
Mine have been pushed around in circles, like people. Everybody pushes it together. Trying to keep. Pinch them out. And mommy's gonna make us shop till we drop. Three. What did mommy buy? Can I take that?
Yeah.
What did mommy buy? I don't want to be in it.
Hi everybody. Hello Granny B.
We're in the
Explain to everyone where we are, what we're doing.
the worst shook in the world. I already
What's
have.
this ship called?
Machane Yehuda.
Okay, it's called Machane Yehuda. It's the market in the middle of Jerusalem. So it's the middle of Jerusalem, isn't it?
Yeah.
And it's very big and you can get anything you want, including the kitchen sink. And the prices are very, very cheap here. It's almost worthwhile to come through here just to do your shopping. Right now we're buying stuff for Luni's bar mitzvah, yeah?
The famous saying, give me some money.
Stuff for the bar mitzvah. Where do you want to buy vegetables?
Josh, have you said hello to Granny?
Yeah.
Hello, Granny.
Hi, Gran. What's life like?
I don't like to look at this truck. Whoa. Mine. To pull things. Yeah?
What are you trying to do?
No, just...
They're in a store for. It's secondhand. That is what your kids are going to use to clean your vest in the shower.
These are just general street scenes in Jerusalem. See how full the shop is. You can't even get inside the door.
station. See the huge congestion of traffic in the streets. The buses are plenty. Crocodile Dundee. Across the fence are the ruins of the old Sharet Tzedek Hospital in Jerusalem. There's a big argument. They don't know what to do with it, whether they should use it for religious purposes or whether they should turn it into office.
שנה טובה. אני למטה? כן. אוקיי. ביי. שנה טובה. ביי. אני רוצה לאחל לכם, לכולנו, שנה טובה, ושכל אחד ימצא בית ועבודה וחברים, שגם אתם תחשבו שזה טוב מאוד שבאתם לישראל, ולא תצטערו חס וחלילה, כן, שעשיתם החלטה כזאת קשה. אני בטוחה מאוד, אני לא יכולה היום מצלמה. זאב! אני גם. בבקשה.
ותזכרו את השם שלו, קוראים לו זאב בילסקי, והוא ראש העיר שלנו. הריחות, הצלילים, מה שרואים עם העיניים, זה משהו שאין בשום מקום בעולם, רק כאן במדינת ישראל. ומכיוון שזה החג הראשון שלכם בארץ, והחג הזה הוא מיוחד יותר מלכל ישראלי אחר, הוא צריך לסמל, אתם יודעים מה זה לסמל, כן? כן? יש כאלה שלא מבינים עברית? לא? כולם מבינים. הוא צריך לסמל התחלה של דרך, התחלה של חיים חדשים.
שלום לכולם. שלום. מה נשמע? אתה רואה? כולם מדברים עברית? יופי. אני כל שנה בא לפה בראש השנה להגיד שנה טובה לעולים. היום זה שנה טובה מיוחדת, כי בכל אופן משהו קורה עכשיו, וכשאני ראיתי אתמול את ראש הממשלה שלנו עומד בוושינגטון, ועכשיו הוא טס בדרך למרוקו, ואני לא יודע איך הוא ימשיך הלאה לטוס, אבל זה עובד מהר מאוד. אז בכל אופן
השופר שאנחנו נשמע אותו עכשיו עוזר לנו לבקש את הבקשות המיוחדות לראש השנה. השופר בוכה ומתחנן בשבילנו. והשנה
על סוכה של שלום, שיר מאוד מאוד מתאים לימים האלה.
Before
Jossie and Max at the Mekas. Say hello, Joss. This is Achuza Street, 2 days before Sukkot, and many stalls where everybody's selling the lavim and etrogim and beautiful decorations.
כמה אתה משלם לי, יוני? מצלמים, לא? אתה מינים, אפשר לחזור לכם אולי? Excuse me, man.
First lulav and etrog in Israel. Coming mincha, late afternoon.
לא נפריע לכם.
No problem in Israel to start davening anytime you want to. Anywhere, any place, any time. This is called Yad Levanim. It's a memorial to the Israeli soldiers that have fallen in battle. It also houses the adult and children library, has various art displays inside. It's basic culture, and it's basically a cultural center. They have a small music area where musicians have a small orchestra. It's very beautiful.
Every Friday night, the children all gather here.
They gather on the square, thousands and thousands of them.
Young adults, everybody gathers here.
And they sit and talk till maybe 1, 2 o'clock in the morning.
Where are you living? Danny,
Okay, so let's go. Come on. Come on, hey. You gotta break the line again, all the way to the end. Don't stop. Good stuff. Here we go. Okay, she do it on the second time. אל תודה לשלב הגמר. את יכולה לחכות בצד. אנחנו רוצים לתת הזדמנות לעוד ועוד מתמודדים. אז מי הגיע עכשיו לשלב הגמר?
So I'm asking, what do you want to drink?
Right, that's how that, yeah. Those are the best. That is English.
I don't need any camera. Hey, what's up, Doc?
Woody?
כולם להיות על קו זינוק אחד עד הסוף, Okay.
I'm not going to stand here. I'm not going to stand here.
Okay, this is the winner.
Bye, Kane. I haven't got it.
אוקיי, מיכאל, גם אתה עולה לשלב הגמר, לשלב הגמר, עם הזוכים שלנו, ואנחנו עכשיו עולים לשלב הגמר. אז שימו לב, כל מי שזכה, אנחנו מבקשים only, so let's see who is going to be the champion for today. אז חבר'ה לדחות, סדרו כאן בקו אחד, את כל הזוכים שלנו, all the winners. see you? Okay, so how many winners do we have already? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. יוצאים לדרך. תחרות פדלים שלב הגמר.
אנחנו הגענו כאן ב9. בול. יצאנו ב7 דקות.
אנחנו מוכנים?
And we're going up to the Lebanese border. It's our first organized tour, which is organized by the All Punch, and we are really, really excited and looking forward to it.
Bye. Enjoy yourself. We enjoy ourselves.
We stopped for breakfast along the way, just past a place called a Fuller.
What is that drama?
See the queue for the toilets? Say hi to the camera, Marianne.
Hello. We dare not speak on the camera because... Hi.
Bye.
Hi.
Wait, stand.
In the 90s. This is Tel Chai, where it was a Jewish settlement and stronghold, and the Arabs attacked and destroyed it in the beginning of March in 1920.
I'd like to live in Korea to young people walk. I'm taking about 4 living in here. Look at the camera.
Smile for the camera.
Looking straight at the camera. Melanie stands out in an orange t-shirt. It was a wasted hour, whatever. That's a waste.
Everybody's feeding their faces.
Except me. I haven't got a face to feed. Hello.
And he's got it on about 10 soon.
Yeah, digital. You can see your fillings. Hi, Marianne.
Marianne, show your tonsils.
What you doing?
Trying to open a cake.
יושב על יד הנהג המפקד, בלילה ובבוקר מוקדם יושב על ידו חייל שיודע טוב מאוד להסתכל על האדמה, לראות אם על החול מהכביש עד לגדר אין סימנים שטרוריסטים עברו בלילה. הגדר זה גם גדר מיוחדת. זה גם...
This is the border of Lebanon.
Oh, look, it's a big tanker, petrol tanker. This is the enemy. Yeah.
This is the enemy. They're waving to us. The enemy are waving to us.
תסתכלו, בצד שמאל זה לבנון, אנחנו בצד של ישראל, ותראו, הגדר זה גדר אלקטרוני, אבל זה לא עושה משהו לבן אדם, זה נותן סימן, אלקטריק פולס, בשביל למקום מרכזי שיש כמו רבל את הסימן, ואומרים לחיילים מהר לגשת בדיוק לאיזה מקום זה הסימן, והם באים עם קומנדקר ככה, ואם זה בלילה הם ישר צריכים לראות. They have to shut. To shoot. האנשים שאתם רואים פה בצד ימין זה לבנונים, אנשים מלבנון. במקום הזה יש מעבר של הגבול. This is a checkpost. ולמקום הזה שהתחיל להיות כך בלבנון, והמצב של האנשים בלבנון פה היה קשה מאוד, לא היה להם מספיק אוכל, רפואית מי שצריך. לאט לאט נתנו להם גם לבוא ולעבוד בארץ בשביל שיהיה להם פרנסה, ומאז ועד היום קוראים לפתח הזה הגדר הטובה, the good fence, המקום שהגבול מראה שאפשר להתנהג גם בשלום. כאשר אנחנו שומעים שחיילים שלנו נפגעים בלבנון, זה לא איפה שאנחנו נסענו, זה בתוך השטח בפנים, ששם ישראל וערבים זה אולי הנושא הכי חשוב מבחינה פוליטית. היום בכנסת, אתם תראו בלילה בחדשות, יש ויכוח גדול. כן להחזיר שטחים, לא להחזיר שטחים. אני פה לא בא לעשות, והאנשים שגרים פה בארץ, יהודים וערבים, זה המשטרה של מטולה, והסיבוב...
done. We're going on a tour. We're going to look at an archaeological dig of a village that's 3,000 years old.
And different kind of movements.
But what is it? So anyone, you have to live in a certain area. I mean, no one, everyone from Lebanon came from Israel.
Yeah, no. Only those of South Lebanon. Those who are under control of the Israeli army that go to the security zone and to this special militia controlled by Israel, which is called the South Lebanon the army.
Right at the foot, the beginning of the Jordan River, we're on Kibbutz Tel Dan, which is right at the bottom of the Golan Heights, where the Jordan River starts. Marianne standing with her feet in the Jordan River.
This is called the Menahel, the Rush of the Mekhaskita. These are the soldiers who are guarding us.
יש לנו פה מפה שציירתי, כאשר אנחנו נמצאים עכשיו ממש פה, בנקודה הזאת. זה איפה שאנחנו. זה הים, כולם יודעים. זה הגבול של סיני עם מצרים. פה לבנון. פה
סוריה, פה ירדן, סליחה, ירדן, סוריה, לבנון. עכשיו, הגבול שעשיתי בקו חלק, מלא, זה הגבול היום. מה שעשיתי עם נקודות זה יהודה ושומרון, זה הוויכוח שלנו עם הפלסטינים. מה שעשיתי פה, בשטח הזה, זה רמת הגולן, הוויכוח שלנו עם סוריה. אבל, שימו לב, הנקודה הזאת, בלי כל ויכוח, זה שייך לישראל. ועל זה היה כל המאבק הפוליטי, עוד מהתחלת, ואנחנו נראה באמצע התעלות של חיילים בצה"ל, שזה היה פה בבית בשעבר,
This is the village of one of the ancient villages from the tribe of Dan. And we've got the ruins of the very, very old shul, and they built a museum in the shape of what the shul used to be. Very, very windy at the moment. You can see how the camera is shaking. In the foreground seem to be ruins from Roman construction, columns, curious, very late afternoon.
I haven't got up. It's...
This is Lake Tiberias.
Coffee at the back. Coming with. Nice, Jenna.
Shira.
Woody?
Harry.
Much what they eat. You have one?
Are you going behind it?
No.
Anna. Cosa è stata?
Okay, why are you running away? Where are you going? I don't
No, don't take it. Don't take it.
Stop.
Jenna, say hello to Udi. Is it nice? Skydiving without a parachute. Jump, Jenna, jump! Jump! Go there, Kelly. Kelly, there. Look at the face, look at the face. You got to do that 6 months of That's too
I must actually apologize to Maria.
But nobody to do our stand full plays now.
Well, we'll pop over
that the ladies will be able to hear me too. Very interesting, the posuk that I wanted to speak about the last couple of days, we just read it today in the end of the Haftarah. It's written in the posuk, Vayidvar Hashem elai lemor. That was the words of HaKadosh Baruch Hu to me, says Yirmiyahu. Haloch vekarata beoznei Yerushalayim. You should say loud to all the people who live in Yerushalayim lemor, saying, Ko mar Hashem, zocharti lo chesed neuraych. I remember your kindness and devotedness of you youth. I've got the English next to me. Yes, HaKadosh Baruch Hu said to Klal Yisrael, I remember all the kindness, what you have done to me when you were young. Ahavat klulotayich, you love as a bride. Lechtech acharai bamidbar, you followed me in a desert. Ve'eretz lo zru'ah, in a land that was not sown. HaKadosh Baruch Hu said to Klal Yisrael,
I never forget your kindness that you have done with me when I brought you to me, with me, under the chuppah. And it means when HaKadosh Baruch Hu brought Klal Yisrael to Matan Torah, we considered it like a marriage. And HaKadosh Baruch Hu said, the big kindness that you have done to me, when I brought you to the chuppah, I will never forget. What to Woody? Perhaps he even doesn't remember what he told me. I asked Woody, what are you going to do in Eretz Yisrael? So he said, I've got a job. And perhaps he saw me a little bit, not 100% sure that this is a job that will remain who knows for how long. Straight away he told me, if this job won't be, so I will do something else. I'm going with a faith and trust. I'm not going to make a plan now what will happen after a couple of years. I'm getting this job and I hope that it will remain. If not, we'll do something else. Rabbi said those words that Woody told me without thinking too much just showed me that a person worked on himself, on midas habitochon, even without sometimes realizing it. I must tell you another thing that I quoted Woody without him knowing it also. He's told me that he had a difficult time in December. Perhaps nobody knows about it. I don't know. Perhaps yes. But he had difficulty times. That he didn't know where to turn. It was hard time. And he said to me that he knew that he must do something. He's an accountant by profession. If there's no job with an accountant's side, so we'll have to do something else. And he was not afraid to do anything, whether it's building or welding or whatever it will be. And he said he must make a trial. And a trial, whatever he will do something. And he knows that if he's making ishtadlus, that's a better word to say in Hebrew, the ishtadlus, the trying, the effort. If he will make an effort, even he will do who knows what. And whatever he is working on, nothing will come out of it. But he knows he will make the ishtadlus, the effort, and HaKadosh Baruch Hu will provide him anytime, anywhere, and from anything, something. And I want to tell you it happened. It happened that Woody tried to do something that not in his profession, and he was sure that something will come out. And suddenly, a couple of months ago, I think the last 4 months, that normally it's unlikely to get a job the way that he got now, for 4 months only. And he was too honest. He wanted to tell everybody, I'm going to Eretz Yisrael in 4 months. He couldn't tell people, right, I'm going to stay 2 years, that people will take him after 4 months to go. He told them, I'm going to Eretz Yisrael in 4 months. And unlikely, it's not normal to get such a thing. But he still got it. Because it's not only that the ishtadlus he made. And many people are making ishtadlus. He made an ishtadlus with a mind that definitely HaKadosh Baruch Hu will help. And to go to Eretz Yisrael without any cheshbonis, the same attitude that he going to Eretz Yisrael without cheshbonis, he did personally with our community. That unfortunately so many are not here now, they don't feel well, and I definitely represent them with our feeling. He went with us Bamidbar. When we wanted to open this community, everybody knows how many people sit on the fence, right? Let's see how this baby will grow. Making a cheshbonis. In a minute it will be a minute, I will come in. Yes? Should I put myself in this, in the beginning? What for? Important for everybody to know. That if somebody comes to a minyan and he's one of the 10, notel sachar keneget kulam. If he's one of the first 10, he will get the reward, right? Like all the other people who will come after the 10. If he'll come 100, he will get like 100. Why is it? Because it's not the chokhmah after I've got a minyan. You've got a minyan, I'm coming. Who created the first minyan? The first 10. So they are getting all the reward which will come afterwards. But that is on a very small scale. If somebody helped to make a small minyan once in Shachris, he will get the reward with that, let's say 20 or 30 people will come afterwards, equal to all of them. And someone was in the first 10, and he helped to make a community. He helped to make a minyan, but not only the minyan, that Shachris, the day that he came. If the minyan continue, because he helped in the beginning, all the rewards, going back to the first time that they started it, because they deserve it. They made an effort. They weren't afraid what people will say. They weren't afraid what I'm going to lose. They went without cheshbonis. How beautiful is to go without cheshbonis, and how much HaKadosh Baruch Hu helped a person that goes without the cheshbonis. We can see this nature by Woody as he going to Eretz Yisrael, as he adopted this way right through in his life with his family, with his job. And Baruch Hashem, we saw it also in our community. And Be'ezrat Hashem, I hope that we will go also from strength to strength, and the reward definitely will come to Woody and family. And a taxman. Behind every businessman you've got a lady that helps him. And I believe, which is 100% true, behind every man that is devoted to learn, devoted to Torah, devoted to davening, cannot be that the man will go by himself. Must be a support from the wife, support from the family. And no doubt about it, that whatever Woody gets, comes back to his wife, because without her, no doubt about it, yes, Woody couldn't have been so much devoted and dedicated to the minyan and to the learning. And let me say just a couple of words to the children, mamish couple of words. The truth I will say, I will miss them. They are good children and educated children. Right? Where do you see, and Baruch Hashem, I don't think it happened by me, because to be just 4 months with me, it's very, and to take the credit to myself, I can't. Right? Children that they are staying in majority of the time, and really davening, yes, are happy to come to shul. It's not easy to say it comes because of us. I don't think so. I think that the dedication of the parents pass on to the children. But after I'm saying we will miss them, on the other side I'm very happy they are going. I'm actually very happy.
I'm glad we only have to make Aliyah once. Because I don't think I could go through speech making another time. Okay, I'll speak louder. No, I'll speak louder. First of all, I want to thank Rapoifa for what he said, that my family, myself, is very, very much appreciated. I don't think one can actually find the right words to express that appreciation, so I'm not even going to try. I also want to thank the ladies and the gentlemen who made this evening so successful and possible for us. It was totally unexpected, came out of the blue, and really I'm very, on behalf of my family, very deeply grateful for what you've done. I want to talk this evening about a topic that is on everybody's mind. Wherever you go on a Sunday afternoon, wherever you go visiting somebody, there's one topic that everybody talks about. Should we go? Should we stay? Should we go? Should we stay? Where should we go? And the subject can go on and on and on. Many people have come up to us in the last few days and said to us, how lucky you are that you've managed to make a decision. Not how lucky we are that we're going somewhere, but how lucky we are that we've managed to make a decision. Decisions, decisions, decisions. It's very, very difficult to make decisions. I can relate to the business world. A top business manager is a person who can make a decision quickly. Nobody gets anywhere without making a decision. And what happens is when we don't have the right inputs and the right information to make decisions, we vacillate in indecision. And we go round and round and round. Now, We can't make any major moves in our life, or even minor moves, without the help of Hashem. But sometimes we don't see the guiding hand of Hashem. And you have to open up your eyes and your heart and be receptive to what's going on. Many times you might want to do something, and all the doors close. And we've experienced that. We've been through, Marion and I have been through very bad business decisions where the taps have literally been turned off against us. And that's the hand of Hashem. And if you become receptive to it, you begin to recognize it before you get in too deep. For 5 years, we've been vacillating and indecision as to not to leave South Africa, because that decision we made a long time ago, but where to go. And we got papers organized for America, and we were trying to get into Canada, and everything just seemed to go against us. We had an interview set up in Canada, and the papers arrived late. We couldn't get to the interview on time. Maybe it's coincidence. No. Nothing in this world happens by coincidence or by mistake. So we have a further look and we say, maybe the door's closed there. We never felt completely happy about going to America. 2 months, September last year, we get a visitor out from America. And she's telling us about some friends of ours who emigrated to the Bloemfontein of America, Omaha, Nebraska. I don't know if anybody's ever been there, but I'm sure it's maybe the Uchis of America. and they weren't Shomer Shabbat or anything like that. But what's happened is, in order to give their children a bit of Yiddishkeit, they, bless America, are using technology. How? Every 2 or 3 times a week, they're on the phone and they're getting the child Cheder lessons over the telephone from New York. And once a week, they're driving an hour and a half through to Chicago to give the kid a bit of Yiddishkeit. That's what we want in America. You have to listen to that little voice inside of you. Some people call it a conscience. Some people, I don't know what people call it. Maybe it's Hashem speaking to us. Maybe it's Anashoma trying to make contact with us. That little voice inside of you that says it's right or it's wrong to do something. And both for Marianne and I, that little voice in us said, America is not the right place. And she went to Israel in November, and after a few days, she told me, it's home. That's what she felt happy with. She felt relaxed there. And I hope she'll give me permission to say this now. I haven't asked her before. But she went to the Kotel, and she put a little note in the wall. Excuse me. And all she asked was that if we were meant to go to Israel, that Hashem would make it easy for us, to make a smooth path for us. She didn't ask, please Hashem, send us to Israel. No. Because we've got to put the effort in. And the rest, if it's meant for us, will come afterwards. Within a month of her coming back, I had a job offer. Within 3 weeks of putting our house on the market, we managed to sell it at a price reasonably acceptable in these times. Everything has opened up. The doors are open to us to go to Eretz Yisrael. There have been no obstacles in our way. That's the way, that's the direction that we've been pointed in. But the main thing is that eventually we made a decision as to what to do. And from the moment we decided this is what we're going to do, we were relaxed. We were able to sleep at night. And it's such a problem because people will say to you, Israel's hard. Somebody will come to us, oh, it's hard there. So I'll say, okay, define hard. What's hard about it? And the one will say to us, look, you haven't got a Schwarzer to work for you. So that's fantastic. We've got one here, but it's even harder when they steal from you. Next. And another one will say, gee, it's hard in Israel. And I'll say, well, what's hard about it? Oh, you haven't got a Sunday there. You know, there's no Sundays. You go straight from Shabbos to back to work. Well, has anybody ever tried to be working for a multinational company and your general manager calls a meeting at 3:45 in the afternoon on Shabbos after Friday afternoon, and 15 minutes later you get up in front of the whole board and you have to say, please excuse me, I've got to go. And everybody looks at you, and from that look you can see, there goes the bonus at the end of the year, maybe there goes my job. But what about people that live in America and Shabbos comes in at 3 o'clock in the afternoon and they've got to ask their boss to leave work at 1 o'clock on a Friday afternoon? That's hard. That's not hard not to work on a Sunday. And for every reason that somebody will say to you it's hard, you can give them a reason why it's not hard. And that's something that I want to discuss now. In Devarim, there's a pasuk there which commands us to rejoice in the abundance that the Almighty has given us. It's a mitzvah to be happy. But what's happiness? Let me give you an example. You come along and you're going out, you want to buy a brand new motor car, 100,000 Rand, beautiful BMW. If you can get a BM for 100,000 Rand today, I don't know. And you're driving home from the showroom, and it's magnificent, and the leather smells fantastic, and you're really feeling on top of the world, and the wife and the kids, everybody's glowing about the new car, and you feel happy. And you drive the car year after year, and it starts becoming a bit formatted, and there's a dent on the doors, and the leather starts tearing and everything. And after you drive it for 7-8 years, you see a brand new BMW in the showroom. So you advertise the car in the paper for 10,000 Rand. And this poor Mr. Philemon from Alexander, who's been saving for 15 years to get his 10,000 Rand together, he also wants a BMW. And he buys the car from you. And he drives this BMW back to Alexander, and by luck he manages not to have it hijacked and not to get it stolen on the way. And he gets home and he shows it to his family, and they are over the moon. They've got a BMW motor car. And they're just as happy as you were 10 years ago when you got that car brand new. Does the car make them happy? No. Happiness becomes a state of mind. It's an attitude. We've got something called bechira, freedom of choice. Nothing happens by accident. We're here because Hashem put us here. We weren't born in South Africa by accident. We didn't immigrate from England or from America to South Africa by accident. So you say, well, where's the freedom of choice? I mean, I'm here, I haven't got a job or something like that. Where's my choice? No. The freedom of choice that Hashem has given us comes from, gives us the choice of attitude. We can either create in our minds a heaven or a hell by the way we think about something. And that's the whole essence of decision making. If you can't make a decision, you're unhappy. Why are you unhappy? Because you're not moving somewhere, you're not doing anything. If you make a decision that you want to stay in South Africa, then make that decision. And take responsibility for the decision yourself. And once you've made that decision, you know what will happen? You'll start being happy. Because you're committed to something. And if you make the decision to immigrate, please God, to Israel, but wherever it is, Once you've made that decision to move along in that direction, you know what? You'll be happy. And the moment you make a decision to do something, and the moment you start putting in your own effort to do something into it, that's when Hashem starts helping you. Nothing gets dropped into your lap without making that initial effort for it. People, many of you don't make decisions maybe because you're scared of what could happen if you fail. There's a very famous baseball player. His name was Babe Ruth. And for nearly 40 years, he held the record for the most number of home runs. But he also held another record that many people don't know about it. He also held the record for the most number of strikeouts. If you don't try something, you're never going to get anywhere at all. So by vacillating in indecision, you're never going to move forward, you're never going to move backward. And time passes. There's so many people here in South Africa that said 5 years ago, if Nelson Mandela comes into power, we're leaving the country. And if there's going to be an election here, we're leaving the country. And those 5 years have passed, and those people are still here, and they're now making conditions what will happen in the next 5 years. And in the meanwhile, they haven't committed themselves to anything, and they've wasted 5 years where they could have made the most of the moment, and that's what it's all about. There's a little prayer. I'm not sure of the exact wording. It's called a serenity prayer, where, and I don't know who wrote it, but we basically ask Hashem to give us the courage to do the things that we can do. And we ask Hashem to give us the courage to accept the things that we can't do. And also to ask Hashem to give us the wisdom to know the difference between the two. If you believe sincerely in what you want to do, you can do it. If you believe that you can make a successful Aliyah to Israel, you're right. And if you believe that you can't make a successful Aliyah, you know what? You're also right. Please, God, our hub is open in Israel to everybody who wants to come our way. As I said this morning, I'll do anything, we will do anything to help anybody to make an Aliyah to Israel easier and more successful for them. Anything that anybody wants to know or to ask or for us to do there within our power, we will do so that we can help people to help them make that decision a little bit easier.
Started tonight. I asked Woody, what time do you want to finish? He said 10 o'clock. I get up at 5 minutes past 10. I reserve the right before I start talking to make a slight rebuttal. First, your quotation about the difference, give me the understanding to know the difference between what I can do and what I can't do, is a paraphrase of Abraham Lincoln. Second of all, Babe Ruth still holds the record, because the guy who broke it did it under a different set of rules. So you have to try, and technically the record will still say it. And three, as for Omaha, Nebraska, the citadel of Yiddishkeit of the world. I got to tell you, I didn't plan on this, but as long as he brings it up, everything is by Shlocha Proteus. I quote my good friend Woody. Yiddishkeit started in Nebraska. Did you know that? Did you know that? Yiddishkeit, you thought it was in the Mount Sinai or Yerushalayim. It started in Nebraska. True story. In the 1880s, a freed slave who was working at a chain gang on the railways, one day a chulamsach. He had a dream. Many men have dreams. He has a dream also. HaKadosh Baruch Hu came to him in the middle of the night, had a dream and said, Hezekiah, all the people of the world got it wrong. Not the Eden, not the Goyim. I'm going to give you to Yiddishkeit. And he started a black Jewish movement. To this day, what kashrus was. And the yeshiva today in West Virginia, as I almost said, they go to learn. It's a Yiddishkeit like, there's only one thing I felt uncomfortable about. But again, we got it wrong, they got it right. It says, where do you put your tzitzis? I'll have the conquest. On the four corners of your garment. So where do we have our tzitzis? Should we right or wrong? We have it underneath. We wear a talus, you wear a talus cotton under your shirt. They have the real formula for where to wear tzitzis. I saw once the smicha program, pictures of the graduation of the new flock of Rabbonim who were coming out. And they wore tzitzis, takesh, the way it should be. You should see the tzitzis, yeah? Can you see them if it's tucked under your shirt? Even if they're hanging on the outside of the bottom, can you see them? It's not good enough. Second best, we're trying to hide them. Where do they have their tzitzis? You know, when a guy graduates university, wears a mortarboard cap, right? 4 corners, tzitzis hanging down the 4 corners. So you'll excuse me tonight if I have a round hat. Rabbi Pfeiffer also, I guess he's also made the same mistake I have. But, you know, when you talk about Omaha, Nebraska, talk with reverence. Take his children to see real manhag am, people who guide the nation. Gedolim, like names we've heard of in the past. Very, very special people. By definition, among Ashkenazim, it means really those people who still have a shaykhus firsthand with what Eastern Europe used to be before the war. No daughters, no sons. We have to talk about an inheritance, and it puts an idea in Moshe Rabbeinu's head. You know what, Takish? Here I am, the leader of a Jewish people, but there'll come a time when I'm no longer over here. And as Woody spoke about the corporate world, when he talks about a director of an international company, read any good book on management. It says the guy who's got everything in the palm of his hand and directs everything out of his one-man show, as soon as he goes, the company falls apart because he hasn't been the successor. An essential ingredient of any leadership position, be it in military, be it in Yiddishkeit, be it in business, is that a man understands that he is flesh and blood, and one day, after 120, he will no longer be here. And if I'm no longer here and the whole organization falls apart, or the whole Yiddish folk falls apart, then I have not been a leader by definition. So Moshe Rabbeinu begins to think, and you know who's his obvious candidate? His number one choice coming before him? Pinchas. This week's Parsha, we read about him today. And Pinchas was a very special man, well learned, of a good yichus. And he would be an ideal candidate. You know what? Comes down to Maisa that we had today. Pinchas sees someone doing something wrong, grabs a spear and rams him through. A kinai, a zealot, a bad name in English. The one who was very zealous of protecting the honor and the principles of Yiddishkeit. And he came to understand that that was perhaps not quite the quality of a leader. What do you mean not the quality? Here he is defending Yiddishkeit to the last letter, the little pintala, the last comma, and he's not the man to pick. It doesn't work that way. There are times when you have to use anger, and there are times when you have to use diplomacy. There are times when you must speak with a loud voice, and there are times when a whisper is more than satisfactory. As Rashi says, someone, the successor to Moshe had to be someone who be hoylech l'kol odom, hoylech neged kol odom, no, hoylech neged rucho shall kol echod ve'echod, who knows how to fit with everyone as he goes. And that was not Pinchas anymore. There it became Yehoshua. Yeshua was a man, as demonstrated later in the Sefer Yehoshua. When the Yidden came into Eretz Yisrael, he knew how to put in a cherem. He knew how to wipe out a town. When HaKadosh Baruch Hu said it, that's what has to be done. The schus and the pleasure of knowing Marianne, Woody, I can say for well over a decade. But I can tell you in honesty that we've laughed together at simchas, and we've cried together at bereavements. We've had times when it was a time to takish, be full of smiles, and understand how things work in the world. And there are times when things were not so well. We shared those as well. Friendship doesn't mean the good times only, the fair weather friend. Friendship means through thick, and I say thick, through thin. But the one thing we can say about the Davidos, in honesty and in truth, is that to be a friend to various different types of people is an outstanding characteristic that they present. They can sit and rub shoulders with a true Rosh Hashiva, a Ben Torah. And they can sit and talk to a Poshut Yid, simple no one, and make each one feel as if he spent an agreeable time talking to Woody and Marianne. That's a mark that's not inherent in everyone. That's a mark that really comes to the fore. The Davidos are leaving now. As Woody said, they looked in America, they looked in Canada, and finally HaKadosh Baruch Hu showed them, you know what, Eretz Yisrael, you came from there many years ago, generations ago, and now Eretz Yisrael is back to the place for you. I would emphasize one thing. that the times in South Africa, this way, that way, my own feeling is that the Davidos would have wound up in Eretz Yisrael in any case. It's not the negative of which they're running away. To the contrary, it's the positive of where the neshama belongs, of where a Yiddish neshama belongs. Back in Eretz HaKodesh, in the Holy Land. That's where the Davidos are going, because that's the place where they know the future lies, not for them, only for themselves, for their children after them as well. The Vilna Gaon tried to go to Eretz Yisrael, he didn't make it. The Chofetz Chaim tried to go to Eretz Yisrael, he didn't make it. But we, the Shus, what do we have to do? Get on the airplane, pay a few dollars, and you're in Eretz Yisrael 12 hours later. And some of us, well, there's Australia, well, there's Omaha, Nebraska. There's Lima, Peru as well. Don't forget that great hotspot of Yiddishkeit. But you know what? The Davidos, at least Baruch Hashem, had the foresight to understand that there's a pot of gold hidden among a lot of rubbish in this world. The Sydneys and the Omahas and the Londons, that's all rubbish. But when you come to Yerushalayim, that's gold. Can someone in this world, in this room even, state there's some place in the world to daven that equals a Koisel Marovi? Can someone in this world, even in this room rather, state that there's a place to go where you can talk to Gedolim? You have a problem, something doesn't fit right, you can go into a Godel. You can ask an Eitzah, you can ask a Brucha, all those wonderful things within Dalat Amas of one's front door. Where does one have that? Cape Town. In Eretz Yisrael. In Eretz Yisrael you've got Brucha that comes on top of Brucha. You have Gedolim, you have very special people. Not merely those that get the big highlights. You find an old lady who runs to the other side of Yerushalayim twice a week to go visit sick people. She doesn't know them. She goes to visit. She hears someone's not well. She takes a bus and schleps over. Doesn't earn any headlines. You won't read about it in the books necessarily. But in the big book upstairs, the great ledger books in the sky, where Kodesh Baruch Hu sits and marks in the debits and the credits, you have people in Eretz Yisrael that have schus and credit built up to them beyond anything we can even begin to imagine. Simple, ordinary, quiet people. And that's where the Davidos are going, to rub shoulders with people like that, to sit with people like that, for themselves, and even the more so, for their children. One of the traits of a Jew is that we don't think in terms of months, years, decades, or even a lifetime. We think in terms of generations. And if we can give our children something very special and very unique, then we'll invest a generation of our own to give the generation that comes something special. And for the Davido kids to be able to go to Eretz Yisrael and to see those people, that's the pot of gold. Woody wasn't fooled by all the chaff and the rubbish around it. The Davidos saw the pot of gold and they said, you know, that's what we're going for. For Yiddishkeit, for Torah, for Gedolim, for their children. It's all the same pot of gold for Torah. Marianne David by the Koisel. And if we're destined, Kodesh Baruch Hu should make a nice and pleasant path for them. You know what? It's nice to know someone you can honestly say that Ribono Shel Olam answered their prayers. To the Davidos, on our side we're going to miss you. On the other side, well, we're very happy you're going, very happy that you're setting up and establishing something. Perhaps the rest of us will follow sooner than you think. To Woody, to Marianne, to the children, may they go, Tzeichem L'Sholem, I won't say Ba'achem L'Sholem, but Tzeichem L'Sholem, and go B'Hatzlocha, and go with Brucha, go with Mazel, and go with all the blessings that all of us here can give to you. May HaKadosh Baruch Hu help that your stay there will be successful, it'll be profitable, not necessarily easy, because you have to overcome difficulties as well. That's where the schar comes in, the reward comes in. But you should have all the good things that are destined and meant for you.
And myself personally and my family. We've known Woody and Marianne and the children also for a few years, maybe a decade as well, since Rafi and Glenn were in pre a few years ago. I just want to, Rabbi Diamond actually preempted some of my remarks a little bit. I just want to add a little bit perhaps. It's very difficult to speak after Rabbi. I'll just try and give a few words which I'm going to quote from this book about the Parsha today. when Rabbi Daman was talking about this, sometimes you have to talk in a different way. Well, this is following on that. Lachen emor hineni noten lo et beriti shalom. I'm giving him my covenant of peace. Rabbi Naftali Tzvi Berlin, the native, commented, Pinchas did a zealous act that could cause someone to become aggressive even when it would not be appropriate. I've never seen him really get angry. He's always been a man of peace, I should say. And I know Woody's had some very tough times in the last few years. Been through some hard times, business and whatever. But from my family and myself, particularly having known them for so long, Marianne, I really wish them from the bottom of my heart, Hatzlocha and Brocha, and they should be happy and prosperous in Israel and carry on in their Yiddishkeit. And on behalf of the Kehillah, we're going to miss him very much. Part of the morning minyan, we're going to miss him. But on the other hand, as everyone has said, he's going to Israel and it's the right place. And I just want to say, I've said it once in public before, and I want to say it once more, Woody, for me personally, has had a very big impact. He helped me on my road to Yiddishkeit, to finding the truth, and I'll never forget that. Woody, go in peace with brocha, hatzlacha, and everything for your family,